Though whole towns were plunged into darkness by power cuts, life went on by gaslight. 70s families learnt to prepare themselves, so the tech team have provided candles, torches and a camping stove.
Good night. It's as a result of the miners' industrial action, and the power cut will last until the morning.
Oh, good blimey, that's a bit fierce.
Put it down, perhaps.
Riley.
Oh, listen to that noise and that smell. Really remind me of camping holidays.
Is that secure?
No, darling, it isn't secure. It's a little tiny trivet with a pan on it.
The miners may have downed tools, but a true homemaker never does.
I need to make the jelly now because I've got to go to work in the morning, even if there is a power cut, and there won't be any pudding for tomorrow night if I haven't got on with it now.
Should we bring the...
Okay, marble, fun, buckaroo or Cluedo?
Oh, buckaroo, definitely.
For just a little bit of one night fun, it brings back huge memories, doesn't it, of family togetherness, which is why I said, let's play games. Let's play games and make jelly.
I made jelly.
It's not that funny.
Oh, dear. I think the fact that we haven't got that much to do, it makes it extra special as well. It's not like we're missing anything.
Adam.
Actually, I was quite enjoying Doctor Who.
If you haven't got much to do, just let me know, because I don't seem to stop. I'm constantly washing up or cooking or cleaning, so chip in if you're feeling a bit bored.
I don't think life was that great. I think you had to do a lot more for yourself. Yeah, you had to do a lot more for yourself. Now there's lots of power cuts, lots of strikes. No central heating. No phones. No, like, high-tech. No.
The power's returned to the house, and so has the heating. By the mid-70s, half of British homes were centrally heated, which is just as well for Hamish and Georgie, who are up at 5 a.m. Hamish is about to start his first proper job, a paper round.
If Hamish does get into trouble, then he's not going to be able to telephone me on his mobile or anything like that. But no, I think you'll enjoy doing the paper round. Quick, quick, you're going to be late, hurry up!
Paper rounds were a big part of a 70s childhood. But today, newsagents struggle to recruit paper boys and girls. Mainly because modern parents fear for their kids' safety walking the streets alone. Even so, George is keen for the children to spend more time playing outside like she did. So the tech team have a surprise for them back at the house.
Oh my God!
I did my cycling proficiency on that thing.
I'm loving these bikes.
That is my bike.
There was one thing that if I could keep, I would. It's the bike.
But cycling 1970s style creates some dilemmas for Georgie and Adam.
If they were going out on bikes in the 70s, they wouldn't have had, like they have now, mobile phones. I never used to wear a helmet. I don't know about you.
Well, they would have to wear a helmet. But,
mobile phones?
The mobile phones, so often when I've tried to ring one of the kids, it's either turned off or they've got it in the bag and they can't hear it ringing anyway.
Or they've forgotten it.
The mobile phone probably lulls you into a false sense of security, and at least, you know, we had our instructions in those days that you had to be back at whatever time for tea. So, no, I think they'll be OK.
Modern children spend less than a fifth of the time playing outside than their 70s counterparts. Bicycle, bicycle. And with less to entertain them in the house, the great outdoors is proving a draw for the Sullivan Barnes kids too. But Hamish may have taken his 70s freedoms too far. He's decided to cycle into town without a mobile phone or asking Georgie. It's 7 o'clock, and Hamish still isn't back.
This is the note that he's left. To Mum, I'm probably in town as we speak. I cycled in and borrowed your helmet since I couldn't find mine. I have a bike lock with me and we'll be with George, so call him if there's a problem or I'm needed immediately. I've gone into town and promised not to do anything outside my time, i.e. the 70s.
Can't believe that.
on the chopper that he got yesterday that'll probably get stolen in the dark in winter.
No lies.
And he could have rung me at work. I'm furious, absolutely furious. Well, when he gets home, he's going to go to bed without any supper tonight. Because in the 70s, he probably would have got smacked, but I can't do that.
No, don't do that.
He doesn't have a mobile on him, and he's suggested that I might call his friend on his mobile, but of course I haven't got his friend's mobile number because it's on my confiscated mobile.
This could be him.
At 7:30, Hamish finally returns.
Don't hire me. Go and put the helmet in the porch. What? And come back in here. I'm really angry with you. You know that wouldn't have been all right with me, going into town on the chopper, and you could have rung me at work, and I'm really cross. So you're not having supper, you're going upstairs now. You can have a bath and wash your hair, and then you can go to bed. In the 2000s, I wouldn't have sent him to his room as a punishment because everything that he loves is up there, his computer, his PlayStation. But in 1970, it's colder upstairs and there's not really very much to do. Maybe I should ban the typewriter.
People in the 70s didn't communicate when they went out, they just planned ahead. I'm sure if I planned ahead, I wouldn't have even been allowed to go out.
Back in the 2000s, Hamish would have probably sent me a text message at work to tell me what he was doing. And he would certainly know that to go into town without doing that would have definitely not been okay. But not having the opportunity to text me, obviously decided that he would just chance it.
That was quite cool, actually. I was quite impressed with it. Just with the way it was all planned and executed.
And the typed letter.
The typed letter, which must have taken ages, and the fact he thinks the chopper's really cool, because I think the chopper's really cool too.
Hamish is in a bit of one mood because Mum told him off because he went into town with the chopper. So Mum was angry, told him to go to his room and he couldn't have dinner. Now he's gone to bed in his straw. Now he's already asleep.
What?
It's power cut jelly.
That looks quite good.
The family are halfway through their time in the 1970s.
It's nice, I like it.
And the demanding schedule of domestic chores is taking its toll on Georgie.
Normally I'd be doing other stuff in the evening. I'd do a bit of work or I'd make some phone calls or do some housework or something that I don't seem to be able to quite fit in at the moment. It'd be fantastic to have a freezer, even if, I didn't have the convenience foods, to have the freezer and be able to cook an extra meal and put it in the freezer and take it out and almost use it like convenience food would definitely be a big plus.
Georgie won't have to wait long for her dreams to come true. Freezers were initially sold as a place to store homegrown fruit and veg, or even a whole pig. In the mid-70s, Britain took the deep freeze to its heart, but used it for entirely different purposes. Dr. Ben Highmore has managed to find what he hopes is a 70s model.
This is massive.
Yeah, it's your proper original chest freezer.
During the 70s, women were moving away from traditional roles as housewives to joining the workforce. One of the things that allowed them to do that was the freezer. It freed them up from doing the daily shop. Now they could just do a weekly shop and have the corner shop in the home.
But I'm slightly worried whether it is a 1970s freezer at all, or whether it's a 1980s, early 80s freezer.
Whoa. Oh.
It smells like it's from the...
You're going to have to clean that.
Chest freezers would basically be fairly standardised in technology. So I'm thinking that we just clean it up and maybe kind of give it a bit of a makeover to make it look a bit more 70s.
It's going to look ridiculous.
It's going to look great.
Customising appliances with sticky-backed plastic was common practice in the 70s. This way, any appliance could blend in with the brown all around.
How's that looking then? It's quite cool, isn't it? But it looks 70s. It looks more 70s now than it did before.
It does look very 70s.
OK, I'm going to take you around to the family then.
By 1975, half of British homes had a deep freeze. despite the fact that they cost almost £1,000 in today's money and took up an awful lot of space.
Oh, good morning.
Georgie, hello. Got a delivery for you.
Oh, my dreams have come
Yes,
true. I feel really disloyal to womankind being excited about a piece of
So you should.
electric kitchen apparatus.
Where do you want us to put it?
Gosh, I don't know. It's so big. It's bigger than the
is huge,
fridge.
isn't
Maybe the garage.
You almost need a garage to fit one of these in.
We look like pallbearers.
So you want to show us where you'd like us to put it?
Probably quite near the garage door, so I don't have to throw it in. Maybe here?
Right. I think one of the first things you're going to need to do